Uganda faces numerous climate change challenges, including extreme weather, food insecurity, water stress, economic impact, and gender disparities, making climate financing crucial for sustainability and economic growth. The country's primarily rain-fed agriculture sector is vulnerable to rising temperatures and frequent droughts, threatening crops like coffee, rice, and maize. To address these challenges, the GRO Foundation, Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority UMRA, banks and media stakeholders convened to explore ways to make climate financing accessible to consumers.
So this meeting is mostly about stakeholder engagement to see a way forward in the next 5 years, 2025 to 2030. How do we be able to measure that social impact for climate finance? Indeed, Ministry of Finance has guided us that there are funds in banks, the Agricultural Credit Facility, the Small Business Recovery Fund, but we also know that there is a climate change or climate fund department within the Ministry of Finance, which should be able to tailor-make financial solutions through Bank of Uganda, through UMRA, to go trickle down up to the commercial banks, even trickle down to the microfinances, to that last circle and the last mile. That's the discussion. Today we are at the round table, but tomorrow we shall be in the field.
Musinguzi Laban Joshua, GRO Foundation Regional Director, emphasized ensuring funds reach consumers through block allocation for recovery, sustainability, and social impact.
The mechanism we are now doing is we have to engage this block. For example, in Katuba, where we have planted trees in Mayuge district, we have allocated people in associations. We have the women, we have the youth, we have the elderly. We are already conducting programs in those specific special interest groups. We have a program under Ministry of Labour, Gender and Social Development, under the Elderly Office, under Sam Gidudu, coming up with for the high value crops. These are the four high value crops: macadamia, cashew nuts, avocado. These are all things that we're looking at on how to bring in sustainability in the components.
And visibility? How are you ensuring you're visible? Because there is a lot of competition.
That's fine. It's a free and fair market economy. As long as you have the sustainability component, you'll always be visible. The issue is how many of those 10 people have we continued with and have been servicing alone and can even get much more. Then 10 will become 20, 20 will become 50, because this is a 10-year plan.
Rachel Vanessa Nakawoya, UMRA manager, highlighted challenges associated with microfinance institutions in climate financing and measures for sustainability.
Mitigation are not yet receiving enough funding, as it was mentioned that globally the African continent receives only 1.5% on the climate financing funding from the development partners and from the global north. Ugandan microfinance institutions, as the regulator, we are coming up with the ESG, Environmental, Social and Governance framework, which will guide the reporting framework for all microfinance institutions, circles and money lenders that are licensed under Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority.
Bakari Kwira Jackson, Assistant Commissioner at the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, stressed the need to disseminate climate financing information effectively to the public.
This concept of green financing, carbon emission, all the others, e-waste management, they are not very common amongst many people, many players. And they thought it right so that the key people who can be able to fast track and roll out these concepts, make them understandable and consumable by communities, are the communicators. So it's the right time. And us, from the communication perspective, we feel that we are honored. And now, when we have now understood these concepts, we shall be able to package messages that we shall put to the community so that they can be able to appreciate and uptake the issues that this Go Green agenda is handling, and be able to create a change in societies.
Journalists were also advised to prioritize learning information regarding climate for accurate reporting.
My name is Hannah Arinitwe and I am a journalist. How best can the media and journalists be able to report on climate financing? The very first step is to make as much research as possible on where all these different green funds are located in our country, in the different ministries, and be able to get that information, which is actually rather complex, and make it as digestible so that Ugandans can be able to understand where they should go if they need particular financing for all their green projects and green ideas. I think for me that is one of the most important ways that the media can be able to report on climate finance.
Climate finance is funding that supports actions to combat climate change, such as reducing emissions and helping communities adapt to climate change. It can come from a variety of sources, including public sources, national governments, multilateral development banks, and other development agencies. Nagwija Serena, NSTV.